I was skeptical about this one. I mean, I've seen my fair share of pool gadgets over the years, and most of them promise to save you time and money but end up being more trouble than they're worth. So when I first heard about the CircuPool SJ55 salt chlorine generator system, I'll admit I rolled my eyes a little. I thought, another one of those set it and forget it claims? But after a few weeks of testing it out, I'm actually impressed. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So what changed my mind? Well, for starters, I hate buying chlorine. It's expensive, it's a hassle to store, and honestly, I'm always worried about overdoing it and turning my pool into a swimming pool of bleach water. The SJ55 promises to put an end to that by converting salt into chlorine right in the pool itself. That means no more weekly trips to the pool store, no more juggling heavy chlorine containers, and no more guessing if I've added enough. The system just quietly does its thing in the background, keeping my pool clean and clear without any of the usual drama. The setup was actually pretty straightforward. The unit itself is compact, so it didn't take up much space in my equipment area. I followed the included instructions, hooked it up to my pool's plumbing, and got it running in about an hour. The control panel is simple to use, just a few buttons and a basic display to adjust the chlorine output. I was worried it might be complicated, but it's really not. Even my spouse, who's not exactly tech-savvy, figured it out without any help. One of the biggest perks for me has been the maintenance. With traditional chlorine, I'd spend about 20 minutes every week testing the water, adding chlorine, and shocking the pool. Now, I just check the salt levels every month or so and top it off if needed. The system itself is low maintenance too. The cell that generates the chlorine is easy to remove and rinse off, and the unit alerts you when it's time to clean it. I've had to do that twice in the 3 months I've had it, and it takes all of 5 minutes. No scrubbing, no harsh chemicals, just a quick rinse under the hose. I also love that it's quiet. Some pool equipment can sound like a jet engine running in your backyard, but the SJ55 is barely noticeable. It's tucked away in my equipment nook, and the only time I hear it is when the pump kicks on. Even then, it's just a low hum. That might not seem like a big deal, but if you've ever tried to relax by the pool while a loud chlorinator is buzzing away, you'll appreciate how peaceful this is. Another thing I noticed is that my pool water feels softer. You know how sometimes after adding chlorine, your skin and eyes feel a little irritated? That's not happening anymore. The saltwater system keeps the water balanced naturally, so it's gentler on my skin and my swimsuits. I've even had friends over who have sensitive skin, and they've commented on how nice the water feels. That's a win in my book. The SJ55 is also built to last. It's made of durable materials, and the company has a good reputation for customer service if you ever run into issues. I've read some reviews from people who've had their units for years with minimal problems, which gives me confidence that this isn't just a flash-in-the-pan product. Plus, it's designed for pools up to 55,000 gallons, so it's got plenty of capacity even for larger setups. Now, it's not perfect. The initial cost is higher than buying chlorine for a season, so if you're on a tight budget, it might take a year or two to break even. But once you do, the savings add up quickly. Also, you do need to keep an eye on the salt levels. If they get too low, the system won't work as efficiently, so it's not entirely hands-off. But honestly, that's a small trade-off for all the time and money I'm saving. If you're tired of the hassle of traditional chlorine and want a cleaner, more consistent way to keep your pool sparkling, the CircuPool SJ55 is worth considering. It's not the cheapest option up front, but the convenience and long-term savings make it a solid investment. Check it out if you're curious. I've been really happy with mine. The link is below if you want to take a closer look.